going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Listen Up podcast. We're here, me and the boy.
Shit. You actually told me by surprise on that one, but I wasn't fully ready.
He was laid back. He was asleep. Are you awake now?
We're here. We're
Step
live.
two,
We're live.
step
It's your
two.
boy. It's your boy K. Bishop. Man. I'm here.
My guy was laid back. My guy was.
You told me by surprise, bro. See.
We're here. KB's live. He's back in action, ready to go.
I'm here, man. I'm here.
He wasn't sleepy just then. Don't worry. He wasn't sleepy whatsoever. Oh man, KB, how you feeling on this lovely Sunday, bro?
Man, you know, I'm alive. LeBron had a game today, but he didn't play, because he's out for rest.
Oh yeah. Did they play any of the new guys? Did they play Melo or Westbrook?
Melo also out for rest. Westbrook out for rest.
So nobody played. It was like Ariza or something.
No, Ariza didn't play out for rest.
Well, none?
None played. None
Okay.
played. None's nasty though.
Yeah, but they had to play none. He was young. What about Dwight?
Yeah.
Did Dwight play?
Dwight played
Rondo?
too, you know what I mean?
Rondo
played too.
Okay,
Rondo
okay.
got some minutes. AD played, but he only played first quarter. But anyway, that's
AD AD needs to be up for rest. That guy, that guy put him on rest.
Hey man, other than that, that's why I'm having a good day. The Lakers showed up. Basketball is almost close. We got 2 weeks close to the season. But yeah, we good. How's your day, bro? How's your Sunday been going? You feel me?
I'm tired. I ate some nice lasagna, but otherwise I'm tired. I'm still recovering from Saturday. Saturdays we up to no good on Saturdays.
Eventful night, he says.
Eventful night. It's always an eventful Saturday. Saturday we enjoy the Saturdays. But anyways, brother, let's start it off with the stars of the week as per usual. Do you have a star of the week in mind, my G?
My start of the week, I didn't really have one until we got just in this, but I was thinking about one earlier, and it was my man's Mo Salah. Did you see what he did to Man City today?
No, I didn't. What happened?
Yo, it was by far probably. I didn't even watch the whole game, but from what I watched until maybe the half of the second half, it was probably one of the best Premier League games all season so far, at least. Played Man City 2-2. He tore them apart. Mo Salah is a great soccer player. Today made me like him even more because the boy
he played for Chelsea once. He was once a Chelsea player. Just so you know.
Bro, that's right there. That right there. That's a Chelsea product, man. But it was a great game. Shout out Pep Guardiola. Shout out your boy Jurgen Klopp.
Jurgen Klopp.
That motherfucker. Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game. I really liked it. Hopefully we get more good games like this. Parce que damn, Liverpool. I didn't expect much.
What's another great game? Man City also got smoked PSG, and that takes me to my start of the week. Someone who scored his first goal with his new club in that game, 2-0. Leo Messi,
le petit grand.
Yo, dude, I just got FIFA 22 yesterday. PSG in that game. Oh my god, you feel evil. You feel like the devil sent you with a controller to Earth to piss people off, bro. Me and we'll reference him as the Jersey Plug. When me and the Jersey Plug played 3 back-to-back mirror matches with PSG, and nobody could win. 3 draws in a row because they're just so nasty and they're you can't be stopped. FIFA 22, by the way, this might be one of my favorite FIFA games.
I haven't opened it yet.
So they fixed the defense. Moses left. Moses went back on his boat, bro. He's gone. He's not splitting the defense in half for free no more. The balls and PS5. It sucks because you're still on that PS4 gang,
Yeah,
PS5, bro, because of the haptic feedback in the controller, bro. When you make a pass, it feels like I don't know how they did it, bro, but they make you feel in your hands the way it would feel to receive a ball, when you're actually playing football. So all the touches, all the passes, you feel it in the controller, the shots, everything, the whistles, everything. And bro, they have cinematics for the throw-ins, bro. For the throw-ins.
I'm about to touch that
one. We can play that after the pod if you want. We're trying to get some smoke, but yeah, man. Anyways, shout out Leo Messi, my star of the week. What a G.
Yes,
PSG. But anyway, sorry to darken the tone a little bit, people. But So last week we talked about what happened with Jon Jones, domestic violence and getting himself into more trouble. I thought it was the usual Jon Jones situation, like him. I get it. Like, not that this is good either. Getting into a bar fight or drunk driving under the influence or whatever. Those are all bad things as well.
Yeah.
But as more news came out, we were kind of laughing at Jon Jones and typical like, oh, he always does this stuff, whatever. But the situation got more serious. Turns out more news came out about it, and it turns out my man hits women, and that is something that we do not f with over here. So to take back. Well, not to take back. Last week we didn't have that information. We kind of were, laughing about it and stuff. But now I want to say this is no joking matter, and
laughing matter, yeah.
And like I first off want to apologize for the jokes, because even though we didn't know what was coming out at that time, like that we didn't know the news that was coming out at that time. This is extremely serious. Turns out finding out more about the story. Turns out Jon Jones hit his wife with his kid in the room, and then went out, got arrested by the cops, and then headbutted the cop car and damaged the car. So that's where he got all his cases from. So at first,
what is that motherfucker on, yo? What is he really on?
I cocaine, anything, bro. Like he's not a good human being, and to be honest, this guy's gotten so many chances from the UFC, so many chances to come back and make a career for himself.
What do you think that's his career though after this?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying this, like, I think you crossed the line that you imagine, man, every guy who's ever trained Jon Jones now knows that they provided him weapons to hit his wife. You taking that in? Like, you're not only disrespecting your wife, your daughter that's there, you're disrespecting even the people who trained you on to do your career. All they did was provide you the tools to make a living for yourself, and you took their teachings and used that to hurt like someone who you're supposed to love, your wife. Like, that's messed up, man. That's messed up. So I don't want to talk about it for too long. I just felt like we had to address it in a more serious matter this time, because now that more information came out about the situation, I felt like we couldn't just leave it on the last note from the last episode, and have people think like, oh, they reacted this way when, like, look what happened though. Right? Exactly. But now we know what happened, so we're addressing that reaction with this reaction. I think that it's time to close the book on Jon Jones, and not give this guy any passes, and not let this guy make any more money off his career. So I think it's time to close that book and call it the end of Mr. Jon Jones. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about that situation. Sorry to switch the tone from this beautiful thing right here, but we could
to Jon Jones.
Scooter
boy Jon Jones, man, putting your hands on women. You crazy, boy. You crazy, but Terry's right. We didn't have the information last week. We made jokes about it. We're trying to come correct today. That's what it's still about. This boy Jon Jones, he's gonna have to come correct. I don't know how he's gonna do that, or if he's ever gonna be able to come correct. But
well, that's the thing. Imagine, bro, in front of your own kids too. Like, like your own kids probably don't even want to see you or anything again either, right? So honestly, man, shame on you, bro. I hope your career's done. Like, I don't wish career over for anybody, but for Jon Jones, I wish it's done. But
rightfully so.
Yes, sir. So let's move on to some NBA, my guy. As we know, with the whole vaccine situation, we were talking about Andrew Wiggins last week. But the name that is making the rounds and always makes the rounds, it seems, if the NBA media is not talking about Ben Simmons, they're talking about one other player, and that player's name is Kyrie Irving.
Irving.
So
the one and only Kyrie motherfucking Irving. During the preseason game today, he was in LA because the laws in LA, you're allowed to.
He's allowed to play.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that you're allowed to play. I mean, I think you're allowed to play, but he didn't even play anyway. So he was in a stadium, which in New York you can't do that. Like they ask you for both vaccines. But the boy was in Staples Center today. Just kicking, sitting inside, whatever, looking at him. I was like, boy, like, how are you always making noise for the wrong reasons? At least recently, he's been making noise just for the wrong reasons. Not for his game, not for charity, none of that. It's because He wants to follow his own rules. Il est prophète.
I mean, honestly, like
Kyrie Irving.
once again, I think we said like last week, right? Like that's your choice and it's the choice you make. But I think it's kind of like the same thing with Wiggins, but worse. You know, we were talking about Wiggins, like you're part of the starting five, like they need you to play.
They pressured him on that, and he ended up getting vaccinated.
He did. He got it, eh?
He got it.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Oh, really?
He got it yesterday. Yeah. He ended up getting pressured into doing it. Well, I mean, like it's the right thing to do. At least
I think so as well. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say like, yo, shame on you for not getting it. Like I think you should get it. I think science works. It's proven. Things have gone better since the vaccine's been implemented. But I'm not gonna like try to segregate and discriminate the people who are not vaccinated. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be that guy. But for these guys, it's part of the profession. You know what I mean? Like at this point, like
you're saying it should be normal for them to do it. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, like for them, it's almost like training. You know what I mean? It's like it's your choice to train, but you got to train if you want to perform in the league, if you want to get that like because now it comes a question of the team is paying you, and especially with a player like Kyrie, where it's like this Kyrie, let's be honest, he's such a great player that he can make or break their chances at winning a championship this season. You know what I mean?
Big facts, yeah.
Like, is Brooklyn still the favorite if they don't have Kyrie?
No, absolutely not.
Right? Are they the favorite with Kyrie for you?
Are we talking for me or objectively right now?
Objectively.
Objectively, yes, they're the favorites. For me, they're not the favorites.
But objectively, without Kyrie, they're no longer the favorites.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Who become the favorites then? The Lakers?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yo, bro. My argument with the Lakers is just simple. If Russell is my starting point guard, no point guard in the league can guard Russell. I don't have that.
Ben Simmons can guard Russell.
Ben Simmons didn't even show up to training camp, and we had to show up to work today. I had to show up to work today. You feel me? Ben Simmons didn't have to show up to training camp. Leave that boy on the side.
Speaking about Ben Simmons, he's not even getting paid, which good. I'm glad they're doing that.
They're taking something like $8 million off his contract or some bullshit like this, and I was like, damn.
$8 million per day, I think.
Something like that. I don't even know what it was, but like they're taking a crazy amount of money out of his paycheck. So it's crazy. This whole he's making noise because he wants to get traded, but I don't even know, man. Like I don't know.
But that's a whole other case of nobody of a guy not playing. You know.
Exactly. Okay, so let me go through this real quick. Devin Booker and Bradley Beal announced on live on Twitch like 2 days ago that they didn't get their vaccine.
Oh really?
Yeah. So they might not be able to play some games too.
What about in their home though? Does Washington or Phoenix require a vaccine?
I think Phoenix I think it does.
Yeah.
Washington, I'm not sure. Washington, I'm not sure.
Because that's the thing. That's the issue with Kyrie, right? Because like half of his games he won't be able to play because in New York you need to be vaccinated. That's the issue with Wiggins too.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any rumblings about the Booker and Beal stuff, so.
It happened recently. It happened either today or last night. They were on Twitch gaming or whatever.
And they were just like, I ain't getting a vaccine. Don't jab me, bro. Like,
and these guys just ended up the vaccine conversation ended up coming up and whatever.
Oh,
and
man.
They both said that they were not vaccinated.
They're exposing, self-snitching.
I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. Like these guys they're just gaming. Like I don't know, man. This whole vaccine situation is gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem, man. Because even NHL, I think they're 90%. What like I think Nylander too. He had one vaccine, but they made him get a second one recently. But yeah, we'll talk about something. It reminds me of something that happened in something we're gonna talk about later. But I'm gonna hold it up. All or Nothing. If y'all know, All or Nothing. The Leafs documentary that came out on Prime. We'll get to it. But yeah, man, like Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, that's tough. I mean, honestly, for Bradley Beal, he's probably happy. He probably doesn't want to play anyway. Like,
that boy, we need to find a solution for that guy too, bro. But
I mean, Bradley Beal for Ben Simmons is not a bad trade. It's not a horrible trade. I think that's more realistic than Ben Simmons for Dame.
Yeah, but like, what happens to Ben Simmons' career after that?
Yeah, but Ben Simmons, to me, Ben Simmons is easier to build a team around than Bradley Beal. Ben Simmons, you could become like a first round, second round playoff team with just Ben Simmons and a bunch of shooters. You could. You know what I mean? You'll never win a championship, but you could become like a one of those teams that make it into the playoffs as like an 8-7 seed or like I don't know if they're gonna do playing again this season. I think so.
No, I think they're fighting for it to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like consistently. We're also fighting to have a 1-on-1 tournament at the All-Star game, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Ooh, that'd be kind of sick.
That'd be crazy stuff.
That'd be sick. I mean, I already know who's winning. Like,
who's winning?
Kyrie Irving. Nobody in this league is beating Kyrie Irving 1-on-1, bro. Nobody.
Crazy.
Nobody.
Crazy.
No. If Kyrie Irving starts with the ball and it's winner's ball, there's no one stopping Kyrie Irving, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Kyrie. Name me a player that has a bigger bag than Kyrie. Name me. Offensive bag.
A player that has a better offensive bag than Kyrie?
Yeah.
James Harden.
Are you kidding me, Mister? All that guy has is a step back.
Yeah, James Harden will cook Kyrie 1-on-1.
Are you crazy?
James Harden. I don't even mess with James Harden, okay?
Nah.
But James Harden will cook Kyrie 1-on-1.
Bro,
guaranteed.
Kyrie. Okay, is Kyrie a top 5 shooter in the league?
Not anymore. Shooter?
Okay, is he a top 10 shooter in the league?
Yeah, he should be.
Okay, top 10 shooter in the league. Is he the best dribbler in the league? Best handles in the league? He is, in my opinion.
Okay, I think he is too. I thought you always said Steph had better handles.
No, Steph is number 2 after Kyrie.
Okay, Steph is number 2. Kyrie has better handles. But
Kyrie has way better handles.
Offensive
bag, yo. I'm putting Curry over James Harden too.
1-on-1 basketball. 1-on-1 Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely those three, and then KD too is up there. I think Braun would have a tough time in 1-on-1 at his age right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Braun's not a 1-on-1 motherfucker anymore.
He's not a one. Like, I mean, he's never been, but he could be if he wanted to. But he's always been more of a team guy first, a passer first.
Yeah, but there was a time where I looked at LeBron and like, yo, 1-on-1, you're not guarding this guy, bro.
Miami Heat LeBron, like, recipe.
That's what I said.
Poster, 11 points a game.
Like 2012, 2013 LeBron, that was
a scary guy. I'm scared of him. Like the only guy who, no, not even, because I'm thinking like, you either got to be big, but if you're big, you're not quick enough. And if you're small, you're quick enough, but you're not strong enough. So, like, because there's no one LeBron's size who's as fast. Like, you know.
I mean, at the time, I think
maybe Giannis. Like, if current Giannis against, like 2012, like, LeBron is probably, like, the only guy who could guard him. Because I can't think of someone as athletic who's as big. You know,
what I'm saying.
But
that's not LeBron had the time to.
Yeah, but who's beating Giannis on a 1 right now? Actually, I'm capping. Maybe I feel like the 1-on-1 tournament though, it should be against your own position. You know, it should be like Kyrie versus Curry, like AD versus Giannis. Like, you know, like make it versus your own position. You know what I mean? Because that'd be kind of messed up. Like, yo, you put Giannis against anybody in the league. Like, who's stopping Giannis? Like Embiid?
Yeah, not defensively, but offensively. Like KD would cook Giannis.
But that's what I'm saying though. But Giannis is good offensively and defensively.
Yeah, but he can't shoot the ball.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to. Who's stop? No, he's not. Yo, shoulder.
Who's he gonna post up until he makes it to the rim, bro?
Bro, who can he not post up? Who can he not post up?
The boy Giannis is gonna go back to back. He's gonna win the next 6 years, but he's gonna get that championship 6 times in a row. Watch out.
You're out
Watch
of your
out
mind.
For the boy Giannis.
Nah, you're full of shit. I know you don't believe that. You're just talking shit.
Hey man, but Giannis is gonna be a problem in the league for a minute, though. That's for sure. That's for sure.
He is. He's on his route to some Hall of Fame shit right now. You could argue he could go Hall of Fame right now if he retired today.
Yeah, if he retired today, he's going Hall of Fame. I don't care what nobody says. I'm kind of worried for his team because they didn't get better, but you know. We'll see. Maybe
Yeah,
Giannis
that's
could get
true.
better, and we'll see.
That's
We'll see
true.
how it's gonna go down, man.
They're good enough
mention,
though. They're good. Actually, losing PJ Tucker was tough though. But
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, next mention, I wanted to do something quick. Your boy freaking MPJ. Well, actually, I mess with MPJ because he's a 6'11" power forward that can shoot the ball, handles. Like he's a monster.
MPJ's nice. He's just too selfish. At least from when I last was watching him play. I haven't watched him. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really watched like much Nuggets games since the bubble, since the 2020 bubble. That's when I was watching like when they went on that run.
Yeah, but you did watch a little bit of that series they had against Phoenix this year.
Oh, I did. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't remember MPJ too much seeing
That's
him
what
though.
I'm saying. It was quiet. It was a quiet. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing. It was all Yoke. It was all Jokic.
Exactly. Like when MPJ, when it was time for him to get drafted, he slipped up to number 14th in the draft when he was a highly rated draft pick, like top 5 easy, but he had a back surgery before he got drafted. So he slipped up. And then Denver picked him up, this, that, whatever. He did what he had to do. But until this, I think as of today, he only played 2 years in the league. And today he got a 5-year, $207 million contract. It's like, is Denver right for betting that much on the boy?
I mean, you could argue that in the next season or two, he might become a more valuable player to them than Jamal.
It's tough, man.
You could argue, bro. Because Jamal, with his injury history right now, like, no one's passing Jokic, you know what I mean? Jokic is like that guy can go down as like one of the greatest centers to ever play. Like, he needs to get a chip under his belt, like a chip or two. If he gets like 2 chips, that guy's in the argument with Shaq and Kareem, bro, because at that point you basically got like a LeBron passing ability as a center, which is dumb. Like, it's dumb to have a center who can pass like that. It's ridiculous. But
yeah, facts.
yeah,
I don't see him getting one though for some reason. I feel like he's gonna be one of those.
No,
guys
I can see him being like a Dirk, getting one when he's old, when he's like when he's been in the league for a while, I can see him earning a Dirk type of chip, bro. Honestly, the way I've seen Kawhi and Giannis just carry teams to championships, I could see it happen. Like, I can see 1 year, all it takes is like one of the super teams to get an injury, and like, let's be honest right now, all the super teams have players who are kind of known to be injury prone, like AD injury prone, Kyrie injury prone, right? Like. So,
I mean, at this point, it's all about them motherfuckers taking care of their bodies and making it.
But they're getting older. That's the thing.
Getting older, yeah.
Like, the Lakers, it's scary, bro. Like, the Lakers is literally like, yo, you could be on a roll, and then all of a sudden, 3 mans get some kind of injury, like back spasm, like some muscle pull, like,
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
The load management on that team is going to be extremely serious because I don't see LeBron playing more than 50 games in an 82-game season this year, especially if they do win a championship.
I mean, I think as long as one of Rondo or LeBron are on the court, the other guy can take a game off. I think as long as one of Russ or AD are on the court, the other guy can take a game off. But they're always going to need to have 2 of Russ, AD, and LeBron. Like, 2 of those 3 players are always going to have to be on the court most of the time.
Man, watch out for my boy Carmelo Anthony, but that's all I have to say. He's going to have a crazy season. He's going to have a crazy season.
He's going to be a catch and shooter, bro. Like, he's going to be a catch and shooter.
And he's going to be able to do that, bro.
Oh, that's do that fine. You already know LeBron is probably going to give it to him without question. But, I'm excited. I'm happy they're playing together. That's awesome. But, we'll see how LeBron could have done that earlier. LeBron could have brought it up too.
It wasn't Bron's fault though.
It wasn't time. It
wasn't Bron's fault, bro. Like them 2 playing together could have happened a minute ago.
I swear they were supposed to play together in Miami.
They was, but like,
they were supposed to get him instead of Bosh, no?
Yeah, but Melo wanted more money, and
either way, getting Bosh was better for the chemistry, like for the roles.
Exactly. So as of today, like everybody thinks like it would have been. Thank God it was Bosh instead of Melo.
Yeah, I don't think they would have won 2 chips.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was Melo, maybe 1.
Yeah. I don't even know about 1, but it's like at that time Melo was also the type of guy where like, give me the ball, let me go score, and LeBron was also that guy, and D-Wade was also that guy, and it's like,
he was
3 ball dominance. That's exactly why Chicago didn't even go down. That's why D-Wade didn't. That's why D-Rose, D-Wade, and LeBron didn't go down either. Because all of them were just one.
Damn, that sounds crazy though.
That do sound crazy, but like that was
and all on the Bulls too. That'd be insane.
That'd be
It's only because it's the Bulls, bro. That team needs to be. I can't wait to watch them this season. They're gonna be sick. They're gonna be sick.
Really
That's like last season. The team I was excited to watch was the Hornets because they got Hayward and LaMelo, and like I like the ads they made. They looked a lot better, and now like I'm excited for Chicago because I love Zach LaVine and I'm glad he's got himself a squad. I actually love all three of their. I love all their players. I love all those big four: Vooch, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Lonzo Ball. I love all of them as players, so I'm amped. And then they got Caruso too off the bench. Like it's a nice squad. It's a nice squad.
That's a crazy team.
But
I'm probably gonna catch a few Bulls game. I haven't watched a Bulls game in a minute.
me neither. I don't think I've watched a Bulls game since like the Joakim Noah, Jimmy Butler, like D Rose. Like bro, it's been a minute, bro. Like
It's been a minute.
definitely since Jimmy left. Like I haven't watched a Bulls game since Jimmy left. Like
about Jimmy leaving, I heard something. I'm just gonna say that really quickly. My bad, bro. About fucking today or yesterday. Joel had an interview and he said to the media that the biggest mistake the Sixers made was
letting Jimmy go.
Jimmy go to satisfy Ben Simmons. I saw that and I was like, no, he did not say that to the media, bro.
Facts though.
No, he
Facts,
did not
no
say that to the
fiction.
media,
Yo,
bro.
Joel Embiid. Listen, on most days I don't like Joel Embiid. But you know what, bro? You know what? This offseason, shoot, I've been loving Joel Embiid. He's been spitting facts, no fiction. Facts, no fiction,
bro.
every interview.
Yo, at this point, they're just throwing Ben Simmons under the bus.
But
bro.
yo, honestly, Ben Simmons deserves it, bro. He's been you know, I'm not gonna say the B word, but y'all, you knew what I wanted to say. He's been one of those, like, dude, cause it's true. He got Jimmy Butler out of there, and Jimmy Butler, like, when Philly had Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid, and Tobias Harris, they were one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
They're better. That team with Jimmy Butler, they're like prime Jimmy, because they would have had Jimmy like bubble Jimmy too, because he would have still been on Philly if he didn't leave. That was his first year in Miami. Yeah. So y'all still have a prime Jimmy. People are saying Jimmy's falling off. I don't think so. I think that you're gonna see them make a comeback this season. I think it's just a health.
I'm worried about Jimmy this year, man.
It's just a health, bro. He just needs he's got some hard miles on him. You know, like Jimmy. His style of play is not good for the body. It's hard to last. But
he got killer with him though, so this year's gonna be a problem.
That's what I'm saying. That's gonna be if anything, that team is a tough team. Yeah. That team is worst case they might lose, but you're not gonna have a fun time playing against them. That's gonna be an annoying game, because all of them are killers. Bam's a killer, Kalo's a killer, Jimmy's a killer.
PJ.
They got PJ too, yeah.
Big Oladipo is on the team.
PJ killer, and then you got Assassin Oladipo off the bench. Tyler Hero, who you never know. Duncan Robertson, Mr. 3-pointer. Splash.
Yeah, that team is something you're gonna have to worry about this season. But
they can catch some teams off guard. You know, they'll catch some teams off guard. I could see them pulling a little Phoenix, little Phoenix flex. But yeah. I like how we went all from Michael Porter Jr. to this, you know, but yeah, bro. MPJ, man, I will see. I don't like giving guys like that contracts because I'm looking at like the Pascal Siakam situation, and I don't think he's worth his contract personally. But yeah, I don't know what for the Nuggets it makes sense because after Jamal and Jokic, he's probably their most valuable asset right now, and he's literally needs to learn how to be less selfish. Mm-hmm. Because or else, like, at that point, he just becomes... If he doesn't become less selfish, I feel like the Nuggets have to play him like a six-man, you know? Like, when Jamal and Jokic are off the court, go ahead, have your fun, score your buckets. But y'all are never going to be on the court together, which is what has to happen for the Nuggets to be, like, the best team. Because they become a big three. If MPJ becomes what he's supposed to be, if he becomes less selfish, they become a big three. Because he could easily be... a guy who just catches and shoots off of Jokic's passes. Like, the ball moves through Jokic. I'm sorry. Like, it moves through Jokic. And then, like, Jamal is ball dominant. Like, you know, like, so... And MPJ is also ball dominant. But unfortunately, bro, like, you're the young buck. Like, you gotta learn your place with these guys.
Exactly. But his game's not limited. You know what I mean? He ain't got no limits to his game, that boy. Bro,
his defense.
But his defense is just something he's gonna have to work on personally, because like you being 6'11", you being a 7-footer, 6'11", this, that, whatever, you could guard any. You should be able to guard 1 through 5. I don't care.
With your athleticism too, like he's
that's
pretty
what I'm
quick.
saying. Exactly, he should be able to guard 1 through 5. So I mean, from the looks of it, it looks like Denver's all in on it, and it looks like a great investment. But
I mean, who else are they gonna get, bro? Denver isn't really known for signing like big free agents. You know, like if you have a star in your ranks that you drafted, you sign that boy. So it makes sense. It makes sense.
Of course.
But yeah, I want to jump into the Leafs preseason real quick. I don't know if you've been able to catch a couple games, but
but I saw Monday. Sunday they had a game. Saw the highlights of that. Then they had a game Saturday too, right? But we were
not Saturday. They had a game Monday, and then they had a game Thursday. They only have 2 games this week, and then they have the Blue versus White game. But I didn't watch that because I don't want to see like Leafs play Leafs. I feel like it's not as serious. So, but the 2 preseason games, obviously like I'm keeping an eye out for like new players. You know what I mean? New guys that we signed over the offseason because I kind of know. Obviously, like older players that we've had, like players from last season, you want to see improvement, but new players you want to see like, yo, can you fill in a role like that we need? So yeah, so one player, he scored a hat trick in one of the games, Michael Bunting. I forget which one, if it was the first or second game, but he scored a hat trick. And he's supposed to play on the wing with either he's supposed to be basically a Hyman replacement. So he's gonna play on the wing. Michael Bunting, yeah. Bunting. Bunting.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so he played like 60 games last season for the Coyotes. I think he scored like 20 goals, had a decent season. So I didn't know much about him coming in. Like he was like out of the 3 big forwards they signed, like he was the one I cared about the least. But he's looking nice. Like he's looking solid. Once again, preseason. So Leafs fans, don't get excited. We ain't winning the cup. Don't get excited. We ain't winning the cup. But like he looks good. Like I don't know if this team's gonna be better than last season's team on paper, but as long as they didn't just like fall off a cliff, you know what I mean? Like as long as the team's okay in good hands. But another player I want to just highlight real quick was Peter Mrazek, who was the goalie brought in to replace Freddie, who, you know, him and Jack Campbell are gonna battle it out for the starting position. So he looked good. He had that shutout. He had a shutout in the preseason game this week. Played the whole game, so he's looking good. I've always liked Peter Mrazek, so.
The boy Campbell gotta stay in there, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. So, you know, man. So that's the quick little touch point on the preseason. But I want to get into this documentary.
That's what I said.
All or nothing. That's why you mentioned Jack Campbell,
eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, okay. Before we so the documentary All or Nothing, for the Maple Leafs on Amazon Prime. Go watch that. It's 5 episodes, about 49 minutes each. I finished it. KB's like, what are you, 3.5 episodes through? So he's seen most of it, most of it except for the end. But like we know how the season went. He'll watch the rest later. I made him watch like a little clip of Keith's speech from the 5th episode for those who have watched it, know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I guess spoiler warning if you don't want to hear this, but you know, we'll have our timestamps so you could like skip to the next topic after this. But I see why you mentioned Jack Campbell, because isn't that guy an angel? Like he's literally the like I'm sorry, like I don't know why I'm saying this about a girl, man, but the cutest, most like lovely, like bro, like I love that guy. He's such an angel. He's
a dog though. He's a dog though. Like
he works hard. He's too hard on himself.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like I the whole time, like I look at him and he's so like I don't know. He's so smooth. You feel me? Like he's so like I don't even know. He's just nice.
Yeah, he's too nice, bro. He's such a nice guy. He's such a nice guy. Like I thought I was a nice guy. That guy makes me look like I'm an evil human. He's such a nice guy. Like I don't want to ever do that guy wrong. Like if someone hurts him, I'm fighting you, bro. Like don't hurt Jack, bro. Jack is an angel. And like yo, you gotta watch. Like I can't wait for you to see the 5th episode, bro. Because the 5th episode, like.
I have to push that. I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Bro, the way this guy was crying in that, yo man, like there was a goal that he let in the game that they lost, like the first goal. It was a bad goal, I remember, but I wasn't upset at him at the time because I'm like, yo, Jack has stood on his head all season and throughout the playoffs. Like him having one bad day, I'm not about to put the blame on him. That blame is still on the team because they failed him. But like he was so hard on himself. And I remember the interview. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is the worst goal I've ever allowed in my career in Game 7 of a playoff." And he's like, But then they showed the behind the scenes of him crying in the locker room, man. Oh man, that hurt my heart, man. You need to see that.
I have to see that, yeah.
But so far from the 3.5 episodes you watched, what are like some of the highlights? Like, do you have a few or like just one or like is there a couple you have in mind?
Well, the haircut fucking story about
how they had that barber.
Yeah, that barber's been cutting the team for the past how many years?
I don't know, 6-7 years. Like
he said something. He said some one number. If I show up in the team, bro, I'm bringing my own barber. What the fuck? The whole team's not freaking catching me. Are you crazy? That's one. Two. What do I remember from the thing? What I really like about the whole team culture is the fact that really young GM brought his boy along.
The coach, they've been together through like junior, AHL, and then NHL.
Yeah, his story is crazy though. Like I don't know. I looked at that. I don't even know, bro. I was getting goosebumps watching this, and it's not even because I don't know. I'm a fan of the team and all that. It's just I don't know. I feel like
anyone can watch. You don't have to be a fan of the Leafs. Like if you like sports in general, you can watch this because it shows the sports industry, like like and the business.
I feel like the fact also that like it's like in the city. You know what I mean? Like we're from here, so it's like.
Yeah,
this is what's going on. Like this is how it goes
behind the scenes.
Like, it's really lit. So I don't know. Like for me personally, like just because I'm getting close to the sport now, it feels good because you actually get an insight on the players. You see how they move. You see how everything is in a locker room and all that shit. So yeah, it's lit. But I didn't finish the whole thing, so I can't give you a whole spiel.
Yo, did you see when Dubas brought in Ilya Mikheyev? Like
in the locker room to talk to him?
To his office to talk to him?
Sit down,
yeah. So you remember how this summer he requested a trade? Like, so that issue must be still going on since back then where he's like, yo, I need more minutes. I need to be scoring. But like, yo, like, Ilya Mikheyev, if you see, like, he's a good player. Like, he's quick. He's got good defense, everything. But he can't finish. Like, so...
He doesn't have it all in the bag like that.
So I thought that was interesting. Like, you know what I mean? It's like... And, bro, did you notice, too... Did you see, like, on his board how he has like the magnets with the player's name and the lineup? Like, do you see that? And how he has the money, so their contracts, like, and if they're waiver eligible or not, so he can be like, yo, like, can we send, like, how do we send these guys down? How do we manage it? I thought that was so cool. Like, I'm like, oh, this is sick. This is sick.
Because it's sick because like there's not a lot of money that moves around the NHL in the first.
It's tight. The cap is tight.
Exactly. So like when they have to like, I don't know.
You have to do all the math. You have to be like, okay, yo, if this guy comes off of injury and we have to put him into the lineup, they have to think ahead to be like, yo, who do we move down right now, or do we have to move someone later? Like, how do we deal with this? Did you see Jimmy Vesey? Like what was happening with Jimmy Vesey?
I did.
You remember him?
He was nasty when he played for freaking Harvard or whatever, and then he showed up in the league, and then he went down.
Yeah. So he was a huge prospect. Like everybody wanted him when he came in. So they showed that in the. I love the documentary because for you, KB, this is awesome because they kind of just like showed what it's been to be like a Leafs fan for like the last couple years, and they kind of like wrapped it all up in a nice bow. But do you know what told me that? What I knew Jimmy Vesey was not gonna like stay on this team because he wasn't like finding a role, and what I loved was think about how messed up it was for the coach to come to him and be like, yo, like you saw when the coach talked to him on the ice, and he's like, yo, you're being pretty vanilla, like, yo, you need to show me something or we're getting rid of you. Like we're putting you on waivers. And this guy as a player had the audacity to say back to him, oh, so what you're telling me is you just don't know my game and don't like how I play. I'm like, boy, your career about to be over. You ain't a scorer. That's unfortunate for you. Like, you are a scorer, but you're in the NHL now, bro. Like, there's tons of scorers. We don't need a scorer as in the game. And in the game, this guy gonna be what, 78 overall? My God, we got Austin Matthews. We don't need you. We got Austin Matthews, 90 overall, 92 overall, bro. We don't need you.
Yo, the fact that he had the balls to talk back is what had me shocked, dude.
Yeah.
Like, to me, coach is coming to me telling me my game is trash, man. I'm sitting quiet. Like.
But that was cool though. I loved like all the yo one thing too, the music. Do you think of the music in this documentary? Bro, they got Drake, Beyonce, Justin Bieber. Like, yo, what the hell? Yo got funds. Yo, the Leafs, they got too much money, bro. Look, because of the salary cap, they don't give the money to the players. They use that for everything, bro. Did you even look around the facility, like the food? Yo, did you see any scenes with the medical staff? Like taking care of the players.
Yeah. When Wayne Simmons.
Yeah.
The thing they put in his arm.
I was like,
that's crazy. What? That's crazy.
The bone stimulator. I'm like, yo,
that's crazy.
I'm like, so
they're on something out there.
So it's funny. So what these athletes are like, 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks for them, not for you. Like, imagine how many people they break their wrist and they're like, oh. Like, I'll be good at 6 to 8 weeks as a hockey player. Nah, you don't have the bone stimulator. This guy's literally like putting the bone stimulator. I'm like, that shit blew my mind. I don't know about you, but when I saw that blew my mind. I'm like, what?
I told myself I needed one, bro.
Bro, I need a bone stimulator. I have injuries from 5 years ago, bro. Put a bone stimulator in my knee. Put a bone stimulator in my ankle. Shoot, bro. Put a bone stimulator everywhere. Put a bone stimulator everywhere in the body. Like, what the hell? Wayne Simmons, bro. That was like. And that was crazy. Like, I don't know. That made me lose my mind when I saw that. Like,
oh, shit.
The documentary is so fast paced, and there's not many moments where like it slows down for you to kind of like you see behind the scenes, but a lot of times like they're showing like game footage and it's really quick. But when you get those behind the scenes moments, it's so much like, it's like, oh, this is the day to day. Like, this is how these athletes are living. Like, you know, this is how the GM is moving. One thing I like too, the main character of the show is not the players. It's the GM and the coach. Those are the main characters. And I like that because I do love the players and I want to know about the players. But I know, one, they can't give me everything about the players because they're in their career. And two, like, you know, the players they train, the healing, all that, it's awesome. But, like, the GM and the coach, like, yo, like, I feel like you're on the hot seat way more than the players. You know, like, if shit goes south, like, bro, you need to watch.
Their bond too. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the last two. Don't worry about it. Their bond too is also crazy. Like I said earlier, like the fact that he's brought him all the way up here is like it's kind of crazy. But I thought him as a coach, because he got brought up, he was gonna sugarcoat his shit and make sure.
No, they talk straight to each other.
That's what I'm saying. Like I saw that and I'm like, damn, these guys they talk like shit to their face and it doesn't matter. Like that shit's gonna get talked. If you do something bad, you're gonna say it. Like there's no sugarcoating bullshit out there. I was like, damn, this behind the scenes shit is it feels good, yo.
I love it. I honestly I enjoyed it so much. I burned through it in one night. Like I watched the whole thing one night. I finished like work at 5 on Friday. And then I sat there watching the documentary till like 10 o'clock. I just sat down and watched the whole thing in that one night. Ate my dinner in front of it. Like, I loved it. Because, like, I relived last season, but they were confirming everything I knew about this team. Like, you know what I mean? It's what I loved the most about this documentary is that we saw behind the scene and we saw that coach, management, all of them know what the issue is. Yeah. They know what the issue is. Like, yo, these guys, you already saw, right? They went on a 10-game win streak, right? They were, like, doing really good at the beginning of the season, but the coach was saying the whole time, we're winning, but this is not the way we're going to have to win a cup. Like, and the players, obviously, they're getting cheesed. They're like, yo, go F yourself. Like, we're on a 10-game win streak. We're winning.
Yeah, we're doing this,
but it's like, yeah, you're winning, but you're also, like, you know, you're winning by 1 goal, 5-4. Like you know, there's no defense being played. So... did you see the episode where Austin Matthews talked about them playing safe against Edmonton?
No, I don't think so. But there was a moment.
Like Austin Matthews and the coach had beef. Like I don't know if you remember.
Yeah. Like I do remember that, but I don't think it was him wanting to play safe. They were talking about how it was always big for him whenever he was facing Connor McDavid and shit. That's why they.
Yeah. So yeah, in that episode, I don't know if you remember, but so Keith wanted them to play like defensive against like to you know watch out for Draisaitl and McDavid. Obviously these guys scored 100 points in the season both, like 100 plus points the season before. Makes sense. So and Austin Matthews in the media afterwards was like, oh yeah, like I think we played like safe and that's why we couldn't like win the game, you know, we were playing a little too safe, we have to play more offensive. And then the coach, I was tripping because like during the season you see that comment and you think nothing of it. Like, you know, I forgot all about that. I'm like, oh, that's whatever. And then you see the coach walk into the GM's office, slam the door, be like, yo, that shit pissed me off. And that's not true. And I need to address it. And he's like, yeah, I have to talk to Matthews first on the side and then get that through. But, man, and you know who I love in this series too? Wayne Simmons, bro.
He's a dog.
He's a dog, bro. This guy's like, I effing hate losing, like, you know. And he's on the ice, like, but bats are beating up boys. He's like, kill him, break it. Like, yo, I love Wayne Simmons, bro. He's a beast, man. I love Wayne Simmons so much. Scarborough boy, good guy.
Okay, the Wayne chain, that guy. He looks like he goes to war, though.
Oh yeah. His face is all messed. Like, his face is roughed up. He's been through it, bro. He's been through it for sure. I believe that. Did you see in the episodes? Like, here's the problem, because I binged it all at once. I can't name episodes one for one, like when things happen. But I'm kind of just like probing you to be like, oh, did you see this? Did you see when they went over like Freddie Anderson and like his injuries? And,
Yeah. Like, I saw the game where he pulled his groin and then Mans jumped on him and shit like
that. No, that was Campbell. That was
Campbell. That was a Freddie.
No, that was Campbell. That was when Matthew Kachuk.
Yeah, but was that before or after then?
They didn't go in chronological order. They kind of went through stuff and then went back to show things. But
I don't think I remember seeing them.
It might be in episode 4, so it might be in the one that you're like halfway through. But they kind of they've kind of like discussed like, yo, what are we gonna do with Freddie? You know what I mean? Like, it's like Jack Campbell's performing. This guy's got a big contract. He's on IR. Like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna bring him back in? And I thought all that stuff was interesting, man. Like, oh, there was so much cool stuff. Oh, did you see like Muzzin when he got his face cut? When he got his cheekbone broken? This guy just goes in the locker room, like, stitch up, hops back out, bro. Like, oh man, hockey players are such beasts. Or like, Bogosian. Did you see Bogosian get injured? Zach Bogosian? So. No, I think that might be in episode 4. That might be his prime, because like that might be his time, because they kind of like focus on different players per episode.
I seen that Muzzin cut. And I was like, damn, like
I love Jake Muzzin too.
It's so all swollen and shit. I'm like, damn, like this boy. Don't tell me this boy's about to go hop back on the ice right now.
Yep, right back. He had a broken cheekbone too, underneath that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
that's dumb.
But man, hey man, we're gonna end up talking about it next week anyways, man. When you watch the final episodes, exactly. I feel like you have to watch the last 2 episodes, because like that's when the playoffs happen and when a bunch of crazier stuff happens, and we kind of, honestly, I feel kind of bad for Mitch Marner too, like him and Austin Matthews, bro. Like, after that playoff loss, like after they lost to Montreal, no cap, the whole locker room was out. Everybody went home, and they were still in there in equipment with the towel over the head and stuff, just like just crying, bro. I was like, damn, that hit me. So at least I know they care and they want it. Like, they didn't get what they wanted to get.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, any fan of sport, man, if you want to see like how the healthcare workers, like how the coach GM dynamic is, the players, like all of that, it's like, oh, it's so much fun. Did you see
I feel like if you're from Toronto and you know about the Leafs, I think you should watch that documentary, bro. Especially if you're from Toronto, bro. Especially if you're from, like, you can be from anywhere and watch the thing, just because I feel like if you're into sports, you watch it. But if you're from Toronto, bro, especially from Toronto, you care about sports like that, you should watch that thing. So y'all go watch it.
It's awesome. Like, I love it. Well, one last question for you. Did you see the coffee, the little coffee club they had, or no? Was that later?
No, I think that's later. I ain't seen
Okay. You'll see that. It's funny, bro. These guys literally use these guys use an equipment box for their little special coffee equipment, and it's like a exclusive club. Like, you have to know coffee to be part of it. Like, one player is trying to get in. Bogosian, his first season, he's trying to get into the club, and they're like, nah. But then they let who they let in? They let in some new guy in. I think it was like Spezza or Joe Thornton, one of them, because they bought them like really exquisite coffee, and Bogosian was cheesy. He's like, yo, screw that guy, he bought his way in.
You're not up like that, yo.
Yeah. But yeah, man, honestly, Jumbo Joe too, when he broke his rib, like, oh man, there's so much cool, like, I don't know. I loved it. I loved it. I love stuff like that. It's like, it's like that Last Dance type of vibe. But yeah, the just confirming everything as a fan that I thought of while watching that season. I'm like, this is what's happening here, this is what's happening there, and having it confirmed, like, it's different from when it goes from an assumption to being confirmed, because then you're like, oh, I'm not just a crazy person who thinks I know about this sport.
I know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Now I know what I'm talking about. Like, I wasn't wrong. So, yeah, man, love the doc. Go peep that. We're probably gonna talk about it next week too. We'll see how KB feels about it, about what he sees, and then we'll talk about it again. But in the meantime, one more little, I guess, side hockey news. We were talking about like Jack Hughes and Petterson last week. So hey, they finally inked a deal. Petterson signs 3 years, $7.35 million a year. And then Hughes gets a 6-year, 7.85. So I did say Petterson was going to get more. He actually got less, but he signed for less years. So this is a little bridge deal. Honestly, man.
No, he didn't get less. He got more.
No, he got less, 7.35. Hughes got 7.85 on a 3-year deal. So he got per year. That's per year, average per year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, average per year.
I was about to say like that. Wait, so
that's how much they make per season.
Oh, okay, that's not the 3-year deal.
No, so it's 3 times 7.35 million.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
7.35 million per season. That's what he makes per season. AAV, average, like, I don't know what AAV means, but it's like average per season or something like that.
Yeah, I thought that number was his 3-year deal.
No. It's per season.
Okay.
That'd be ridiculous. That'd mean he was making like $2 million a season, which would be stupid. But
look. What? The only reason why I thought that is because 1, we've always said like their contracts are shit, and 2, in basketball, it's 5 years, $207 million. You know what I mean? And you divide that by 5 years.
Yeah. Well, so they announce it both ways. They either announce it AAV or they announce it like all together. So I personally like going by AAV because I think because the salary cap matters more in the NHL, knowing how much they contribute to the cap per year is more important to know, right? So I always go by AAV. I care more about how much they make per year than how much the total deal is worth. So Hughes is making more per season than than Petterson, but it makes sense because he signed a longer deal. So 6 years, 7.85. Honestly, man, I think that because of the salary cap, Vancouver basically got a steal on both of these players.
Facts.
I think Hughes got like what he deserves. I think Petterson is probably underpaid a little bit, but these are good deals, bro. Because look, they signed their 2 big boys to $7 million contracts. Meanwhile, we had to sign ours for like 10 mil plus. So.
Because I swear we're talking about how like they might not be able to keep them both. That's
what they needed them to work out something like this where it'd all be like fair. Because I thought that like Petterson would be getting like something like 8.5 to 9. I thought Hughes was gonna get around what he's making, so Hughes got what he wanted. I think Petterson took a little pay cut, but because he took the pay cut, he shortened how many years he's gonna play. So with that 3-year deal, I wonder if that takes him into unrestricted free agency. It might, but I'm not sure. So what it does is like Hughes now, he's locked in for 6 years, like that's it. You're playing for Vancouver for 6 years, you're locked in. Petterson, 3 years, which means, how old is he right now? Let me see that. He should be like early 20s.
Yeah, like 22, 23, something like that.
Yeah, here, let me see. He's 22. So 22. So he's going to be a free agent at 25. So he's still prime, like really in the middle of prime. Yeah. Bro, that guy can easily get like a $13-14 million deal at that point, That's so so that's kind of where his train of thought is going along. That's why he signed a shorter deal. So only one like high rated unrestricted free agent waiting is Ottawa's best player, Brady Tkachuk, but that's the only guy left from the offseason that didn't get signed from the young boys, the restricted free agents. So we'll see what happens with him. But shout out to Vancouver. I think you guys got a steal on both of them, and congratulations for getting them under the cap. All right, let's get into something. Because I think we disagree on this, to be honest. But let's hop into a Podbate. It's been a little while since we did a Podbate, you know? Yo, let me ask you something. Do you like a little Curry or do you like a little Magic? so hold on. Steph Curry or Magic Johnson for greatest point guard of all time? That's the Podbate. Right. Go with your argument, bro.
Magic Johnson.
Stephen Curry.
Magic Johnson any day of the week. What is a point guard? Someone please tell me what a point guard is. What's a point guard?
Yo, I'm not gonna say the answer you want because you want me to say facilitator, facilitator.
Hey, a point guard makes the game easy for his teammates. A point guard shares the ball. A point guard don't gotta shoot the ball. If he can score, it's amazing. But the only thing Steph Curry got better than Magic Johnson is a three ball. And that's it.
Handles.
Please stop this.
He's got better handles than Magic Johnson. Stop. Yes, he does.
He definitely don't. He definitely don't.
Magic Johnson has better handles than Steph Curry.
Yo. He definitely don't. What do you call handles, bro? Him dribbling the ball through his legs? Get out of here. Yo, Magic Johnson.
Crossing. You're saying, okay, who's more likely to cross a man up, Steph Curry or Magic Johnson?
Steph Curry is more likely to cross a man up.
Okay, so he has better handles.
Okay, who's more likely to cross? Who's more likely to cross someone up? Steph Curry or James Harden? Oh, she.
I don't know.
All right, bro. Thank God you don't know that answer.
I don't know. Because is a step back a cross? Is a step back a cross up? Like,
fam. Right now you're diminishing James Harden in the game. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yo.
Probably James Harden, to be honest. Probably James Harden.
Look. The only reason why I don't think Steph Curry is the greatest point guard of all time because the only thing this guy does better than anybody else is shoot the ball. That's it.
Okay, listen. He's okay. Magic is a better passer for sure, but Steph Curry's passing is not that bad. He's still a good facilitator as a point guard. Steph Curry's, we talked about this. I've already said all these things about Steph. His scoring on the inside, underrated. His shooting is great. We already know this. I think that Magic, in my opinion, once again, like I haven't watched Magic his whole career. You know, I can't even say that I've watched a ton of Magic highlights, right? So I'm just going off of like the few highlights I've seen and how people who are fans of Magic speak on Magic. So for me, it was Magic. Like if you asked me to make like the best starting five of all time, Magic was there. But I recently started leaning to Steph Curry. Why did I recently start leaning to Steph Curry? 2 reasons. First reason, Steph is a much better scorer than Magic. That's just a fact. He's a better scorer than Magic. Magic is a better playmaker, but Steph's playmaking is not bad. His playmaking is good. You know what I mean? It's good enough for a point guard. Easily, like that's point guard quality facilitating. Which not all point guards have point guard quality facilitating. You can't say, right? Like and defensively, I never heard of Magic being like an elite defender. Steph's biggest downfall is defending. And the final reason, which has nothing to do with this argument really, but it's more so talking about that top 5 greatest of all time, is I think about how do those 5 players play together. And if I got LeBron James on the court, I'm sorry, Magic, I don't really need you. You know what I mean? But I could use a shooter. I could use Steph Curry. So that's kind of my logic. I know it has nothing to do with like the debate of actually like them as players versus each other, but for some reason that comes into my mind. I think about like that starting 5. Like I got LeBron on the court, so I would rather have Steph than Magic. You know, but
that makes sense. Like right now, you're talking about your all-time starting 5. You'd rather have Steph than Magic on that. That makes a whole lot of sense, but I don't know. Everyone's been preaching for a while that blah blah blah. Chris Paul is the quote unquote best point guard because you know he's a true point guard. He's
a true point guard. Is he the best point guard? Nah, he's a true point guard.
So he's a true point guard. Chris Paul is the true point guard, but he's not the best point guard. Okay.
Okay, listen.
What makes Steph Curry a better scorer than Magic Johnson and Chris Paul? Because he shoots the 3.
He's a better scorer. He's a better scorer.
How is he a better scorer? He's not a better inside scorer than Magic Johnson. That can't be it. that can't be it.
I don't know. I think he might be. Wait, let's see. Okay, here. You know what, bro? We need to pull up some career stats. I'm
looking at Magic stats right now. You can pull up Steph Curry stats right now.
No, I'm gonna pull up both of them. I need to see both sides of everything, bro.
Alright, bro. I'm just saying, on the inside, bro, Steph Curry better score than Magic Johnson on the inside. Three ball, okay, I get it. Steph Curry, one of the goats at the three ball. I get that. One of the goats at the three ball, I get that. But hey, shit, Magic Johnson, man, I don't know, man. My starting lineup, I need Magic Johnson. There's actually, there's a video we have to make about that. No, it's not that I think about it.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, so career point per game, Magic had 90.5. Mm-hmm. Steph, 24.2. Okay? Mm-hmm. What's TRB?
Where do you see that?
Total. What is that?
Total rebound per game.
Total. Damn, Steph gets 4.6 rebounds a game. How?
That's okay. That's good for him.
Well, he's not that tall. I'm surprised. That's like offense. That's basically offensive and defensive rebound, right?
Yeah, like total rebounds per game, 4 rebounds per game. Yeah.
So Magic averaged 11 assists per game. Really good, as expected. But Steph Curry still averaged 6.5. Still averages 6.5 assists per game.
But yeah, he's my point guard.
That's still not bad. 6.5 assists per game. Think about the team he plays on too. It's a team that moves the ball very, very well. Okay, hold on.
It's a team where he shouldn't struggle to get 5 assists a game.
Okay, so this is where things get a little bit tighter. Field goal percentage, 47.7 for Steph, 52 for Magic. Okay, that's pretty good for Magic. So you might have a point with that inside scoring. He was still putting up 19.5 points, which is less than Steph, but that's still a good total for a PG. If you're giving me 20 and 12, that's pretty great.
That's solid, yo.
That's solid for a PG. All right, free throw percentage. That does matter. It matters. Steph Curry, 90, basically a 91 free throw percentage.
Yeah, but Steph Curry is one of the best free throw shooters we've ever seen in the game.
Well, does that not play a part?
Does it really?
Does it not matter? I feel like of all the players on the court, your point guard should be your best free throw shooter. No. Like you would expect your point guard to be a good free throw shooter. No.
Okay. Let me put a parentheses right there. How do you rank Steve Nash as a point guard? Top 10, below top 10, top 20. Like if you were just a wild guess.
A wild guess, like I'd say like top 10. If I'm forgetting, I don't know if I'm forgetting some people, but I'd say top 10. He's definitely not lower than top 15.
Because Steve Nash is one of the greatest
free throw shooters ever. He probably is the greatest free throw shooter ever, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't look at Steve Nash as a top point guard to ever play the game. Like there's so many.
You don't think Steve Nash is top 15?
I mean, top 15, I'd have to lay down a list, but
fact that off the top of your head, who's some of the greatest point guards of all time? Okay, Steph and Magic are both in there, right? Like, regardless of who you think is first, like, they're both in there, yeah? Isaiah's got to be in there.
Okay.
Isaiah's got to be in there.
Isaiah, John Stockton.
John Stockton's in there for sure.
Allen Iverson. Okay, just stop. Quit it.
Listen,
don't question.
AI is nice, but like I don't know. I feel like AI is almost like he's like a Kyrie type of point guard to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Yeah,
but Kyrie and AI are both gonna finish their career above Steve Nash.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Come on, man.
So you put Kyrie in top 10?
Like to
top
me,
15?
Yeah. Like probably. Like to me, I can't think of 15 point guards right now, but to me, Steve Nash is gonna fall into the categories with like the Mike Conleys. Like he's gonna be the leader of that pack.
Was Jason Kidd a point guard?
Yeah, Jason Kidd's in that list too, and Jason Kidd's better than Steve Nash, bro.
He is.
Like to me, like that, he's gonna be the leader at that pack, and it's like, yeah, but when it comes to free throws, they're elite. Magic Johnson, surprisingly, 85% from the field. From the free throw line. Does it shock me a little bit because he didn't know how to shoot the ball like that? The fact that his stats are that high like this, bro, to me it's kind of shocking, bro. 27, 11 assists. I'm sorry, bro. En plus, tu joues avec Karim. You had Karim on your team. You're solid. You're solid.
Their stats are pretty close, other than like obviously like points versus assists, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Magic is also averaging 7.2 total rebounds, which is not bad. It's not bad.
For a point guard, it's like, yo,
For a point guard, it's not bad.
Yeah, my point guard's 6'9". Like, he was definitely one of the tallest point guards at the time. But that's
Oscar Robinson we're forgetting about too.
exactly like the big O. Magic stepped on the court. He was able to play a point guard. He was able to play a shooting guard even though he didn't shoot the ball, and he was also a power forward.
KB, you know what's funny? I pulled up. I just went and found like a top 10 list online, and Steve Nash is ranked number 10 on it. Number 9, sorry, number 9 on it. They go.
Who's under him?
So they went. Okay, they went Chris Paul 10, Steve Nash 9, AI 8, Jason Kidd 7. Isaiah Thomas 6. Damn, that's low for Russell Westbrook 5.
There you go.
John Stockton 4. Oscar Robinson 3, and then who? Steph 2, and then for them I bet Magic 1. Yeah. So.
On n'a même pas entendu parler de Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose where?
Why are you bringing Derrick Rose into this, bro? Yo.
Because I'm thinking about elite point guards right now. Or at least point guards that we consider elite.
Sheesh, bro. Oscar Robinson kind of underrated.
Oscar Robinson is extremely underrated.
What?
Extremely underrated.
This guy averaged 26 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, 9.5 assists. What the hell? No.
He's the one.
This guy. Oh yeah, he almost averaged a triple double for his whole career. Yeah, that's true.
He's the one Russell. He's the one Russell got the record from.
Damn, yeah, Russell. Honestly, his numbers look ridiculous too.
Bro, I've been saying that, but y'all don't like Russell because he takes bad decisions in the clutch. But he won't have to do them decisions this year. Don't worry.
Yeah, but you know what it is though? It's the championship, bro. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, bro.
But
that's all it takes. Because Russell Westbrook.
Chris Paul's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, he doesn't have a championship.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But Russell Westbrook will be in the Hall of Fame without a championship too if he doesn't win one. AI's in the Hall of Fame without a championship. Like, these are elite players, right? I'm just saying, like, Russell Westbrook goes from like number 5 on this list to maybe number 3. If he probably surpasses Oscar Robinson if he wins a trophy, you know?
Yep.
Exactly. Like, his numbers are better than Robinson's. So, and Robinson only has 1 NBA championship. So.
Hey man, I love Russell Westbrook, bro. Russell Westbrook. If it wasn't for Steph Curry on an all-time point guard, if I have to pick a point guard, I'm putting Russell Westbrook right there. Because one-on-one, Stephen Curry is not cooking. He's not cooking Russell. One-on-one, Steph Curry is not beating Russell Westbrook. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody says.
I mean, I'd be pretty scared of Russell. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. I'd be pretty scared of Russell Westbrook if I was anybody in the league. Like, if I'm LeBron James, I'm scared of Russell Westbrook 1v1.
Hey man, this season.
You know what'd be a great 1v1 game? Prime MJ versus Prime Russ. I
want to see Prime MJ versus
Prime Kobe.
No, Prime Kobe. Who did I just have in mind? Do you know who Brendan Roy is?
No. Fuck. Brendan Roy.
Brendan Roy was one of those guys who was like he's like a T-Mac basically. He was really good, but the injuries messed him up. Brendan Roy would have been a matchup I'd love to see. Once again, that's one of those guys where I wish. You don't
think MJ versus Russ Prime would be sick? That'd be.
Oh no! That'd
be disgusting.
Bro, I know that'd be crazy.
I still think Jordan's winning only because of defense, but like it'd be tough. Like he's walking out of that game injured for sure. Like, you know, that'd be a rough one. Russell Westbrook is underrated. You know what? He's underrated. He gets too much hate.
Hey,
he really does.
We're about to see what the season's gonna be like, bro.
Yeah, he could win a chip. That's all it takes, man. That's literally all it takes. Look at Dwight Howard, bro. Look at Dwight Howard pre his Laker championship and after, and taking the story too, like how people are gonna talk about that later. We don't really care because we're like in the moment, and like we know that like, yo, he was a little bit older and stuff. But once history erases that away, they're gonna be like, yo, he went to the Lakers, he was shit, he ruined his career there, came back and won a chip with them. You know, like that's gonna be a good story. Look at Rondo. Rondo's got like 2 chips. Yo, by the way, what were our poll results for Rondo Hall of Fame? Because we had the polls on our IG.
It was like an 80% yes. And
okay, thank God. I was gonna say if anyone said no, What's
Yeah,
it?
true.
Yo,
No, a few people did say no though.
yeah. What about Chris Paul? What did people do? Do you remember?
Yes, it was yes, mostly
Oh,
yes.
really? I think
Yeah.
I voted no.
Like I personally don't think I don't understand why Chris Paul goes to the Hall of Fame. I don't know why he goes to the Hall of Fame.
Uh,
He's a great point guard, but why does he go to the Hall of
he is a
Fame?
great point guard. Honestly, like, I think there's so many players. Like, I don't think just because you're an All Star you should go to Hall of Fame. That's just me. That's just me. Like,
Same here.
if you're going to Hall of Fame, you're an All Star. You've won individual trophies and you've won championships. Like, oh, I got a mosquito up in here. If like championships are what you need, what you need to solidify your career. Like that's just the way it
Exactly.
is. Like just
Exactly.
one. All you need is one chip.
All
One.
he is one, but
One.
no.
But if you get more, like that's why Steph Curry is kind of rated above. Like technically, Russ's numbers and Oscar Robertson numbers are better than Steph Curry, but Steph Curry has 3 chips. Like he has 3 chips.
Yeah,
That's
3 chips, Mozilla. Yeah, 3 chips, but all the chips the only one that counts for me is the first one.
still more
It's
chips
the
than
first
Russell
one.
Westbrook. Still more chips
It's
than
okay.
Russell Westbrook.
Russell is coming. Don't worry about it, man. That's
Bro,
what man's, you know?
people forget about that stuff when bro, look at like yo, Magic had Kareem. Magic had Kareem. Yo, the teams that Larry Bird had, bro, stacked. Like all these guys who win like multiple championships all had stacked teams. LeBron too, every chip he's won has been a stacked team. Like I don't care what anyone says, it's been a stacked team. Yeah, he didn't stay on one stacked team for his whole career, but he switched between teams to different stacked teams. Like, you know, all these
That's
guys.
what people that's exactly what people are gonna say this year, bro. He put a super team together, bro.
Oh, bro,
He got a championship.
I think he did.
Bro,
I think he did put a super team together. Me personally, that the rest of the old guys don't matter, but just him, Russ, and AD are all still like superstars in this league. Like regardless of age, like I don't care what you say. People are saying that because of like Melo, Howard, and LeBron getting older. But yo, Russ, AD, and Bron as of right now are still superstars in the league. They are. They're stars in this league. Like it doesn't matter that they're old. They are. Melo, Howard, Rondo, you can crack those like old boy jokes, but they're still contributors. They can still do their thing out there. So, like, you know what I mean? Me personally, I think the least important of those 3 older guys, Howard, Rondo, and Melo, is probably Melo. Just because I think Rondo's IQ is important and Howard's like defense and the fact that he's a center is essential. But like Melo's just a nice addition, and you know LeBron's gonna set him up. But anyways, to finish off this Podbate, I'ma say Steph, but it's tough because I keep flip flopping between Steph and Magic. You know what I mean? But I just my logic I guess goes to that all time starting 5. You know, like that's really where it comes in.
Yeah.
Because I think passing ability has become like when you're known as the greatest passer, which Magic kind of was, but like, are we gonna say like Stockton was a better passer than him because he has the all-time assist right here? You know what I mean? Like, is LeBron a better passer than Magic now? Because LeBron is basically Magic, but a better scorer. Like, you know, like is LeBron a better playmaker than Magic? Like when your name starts to get muddied in the thing that you're known as being the greatest for. You know, but like Steph Curry is known to be the greatest shooter, and you might say, oh, there's people to argue against him, but most people are gonna say like there's no argument. Like Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. What he's known for is what he is. Whereas Magic being the greatest playmaker for me is like I don't know if he is the greatest playmaker of all time anymore. I might give that to LeBron, to be honest. I mean, yo, what does LeBron average career?
Like assist was?
Yeah, it's probably less than Magic, I would bet. Like 11 assists per game is like that's pretty insane. 11.2.
Yeah. LeBron should be at like 8 or something like that.
You think so? I thought he'd be closer to like 9.
Yeah, no, he's at 7.4.
Damn, what's the man? Can we look at like
7.4, but he's averaging 27 points over his career. LeBron just needs to average 18 points for the next 3 to 4 seasons to pass the all-time record, and we all know 18 points to LeBron James is nothing. This guy is
no, he can score. He can score 20 points per game easy. Easy.
That's what I'm saying. And you guys are doubting the man, King James, my king. Just not, bro. Actually, yo, I don't know if I said this before, but I'm gonna say it right now.
Oh, damn, I'm capping. Go ahead.
I don't know if I said this before, but I'm gonna say this right now. In June, I'm gonna be in LA for the parade. Okay. I'm gonna be in LA. I pick LeBron for the parade.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, that's what I have to say, man. Y'all heard it here first. Snappy Boy Radio.
Alright, bro. Yo, you know what, bro? I take it back. Magic does still have the highest assist per game average, career average. But yeah, man. I don't think I have much more to say about the Podbate. What about you? You're strong on Magic, though. For you, it's Magic.
I mean,
Magic City.
I mess with Steph Curry. Like Steph Curry right now.
Steph Curry's number 2 for you.
Yeah. Steph Curry's number 2. I feel like if he can bring the Golden State Warriors to finals and get a Finals MVP, because we've been saying that's his team, this, that, whatever, but still hasn't.
I think he got robbed of a Finals MVP from KD one year.
Man, we all gonna say that. Like, I'm gonna say that too. But like once again, if he brings him to the finals and he gets a Finals MVP, then I'm gonna give it to him. But until that's done, until that's accomplished, that's not happening.
Yeah.
And he has the chance to do that this year, the year after.
Honestly, man, for even when they had KD on the team, Steph Curry was still the most important player on that court for me.
Facts.
Without him, all those stars playing together doesn't work. Like, he makes it work. And that's a big part, right? Like, one of the reasons people have LeBron rated so highly is because of how he can do that. How he can take a team full of just randos. And that's why we believe that this team this year is going to work. Because of LeBron. You take LeBron off that team, we might think that, like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. But it's LeBron, you know? Like, he's going to keep people in check. So Steph, he does it differently than Bron. I think Bron does it like, follow my lead. Whereas Steph kind of just says, I'm gonna stay in my lane and do what I do best, and all of y'all are gonna play better because I'm just gonna do my thing. Like Steph could be, I'll be ball dominant and do my thing, or he can be, what he is most of the time. I'll run around the court and put myself in a good spot. You know, like
shoot that jabba.
But yeah, I'm glad Steph Curry's getting his flowers, bro. He deserves it. Anyway, we're happy y'all kicked it with us for the podcast today.
Yes,
we'll catch y'all next week for episode 32. Take it easy, people. Love y'all.